going on, you guys? It is your boy, the American F1 fan, Eric Ringel here, and we have finally had the released trailer to the new Formula One game, F1 22, as this is going to be the real first time that EA has had their hands in on the Codemasters classic game of Formula One. So they put out the trailer this morning, and I think a lot of us had a lot to be desired from this trailer. This trailer was literally as basic as they come. It literally showed what the F1 show car was and a bunch of flashy, lights and things like that. Had a couple words in there, but it kind of fell flat. Usually in the past, Codemasters has done a really good job with introducing the new Formula One game with their videos. You would start to see glimpses of new things that were going to be in the game, maybe new cars, new tracks, whatever the case may be. And this time around, you literally just saw what the Formula One 2022 cars look like. And from the reactions that I saw on Twitter this morning, everybody was like, really? This is all we're getting from you guys? So EA really failed here in their attempt to really get, people behind the game. But, I mean, we did learn some things with press release and what was listed on their website. So I'm going to go ahead and cover some of those here real quick for you as well. So first thing, the game is going to be released July 1st of this year, which coincides with the Silverstone Grand Prix. It's been basically their staple since the game has come out that they release this game the weekend of the race at Silverstone. So I totally understand it's a UK-based game, so they want to put it out the weekend of the UK Grand Prix. So totally understand that. No big deal to me. It obviously gives them time to kind of get the final workings into the game, the final, touches and everything. That just gives them time to get to that. Obviously, we have the introduction of the Miami International Autodrome, which is where the Miami GP is going to take place. Great. They're going to have a downloadable content with that as well if you order the Champions Edition of the game, which obviously you'll get 3 days quicker access to. And then you'll also get some Miami-themed, race like gear, maybe liveries, stuff like that. So you're gonna get that as well when if you get the Champions Edition, which obviously will cost more. Then they talk about. So I'm looking down. I have notes here of what I took. So the next one is the immersive broadcast style. So, watching some of the other YouTubers' videos, this kind of goes in line with your difficulty levels. So you can actually run through potential pit stops, or what you're gonna get is basically broadcast-style events, whether you're on the formation lap, under the safety car, in pit stops. I believe that this could be, you'll get more commentary from like Crofty and Davidson and, from commentary when you go into your pit stops, or, if you have a really good pit stop, maybe Crofty or Davidson will, talk about, oh, that was a great pit stop by your team, or, under the safety car, they may talk about, strategies that teams may take under advisement, and then formation lap, you may actually get what they typically do on the formation lap, which is the grid reveal there instead of the grid reveal when you're just sitting there. So I'm kind of interested to see this a little bit and see how the broadcast style will differ and, what they'll add into. Big announcement for VR fans, as on the PC, you will be allowed to play on the Oculus Rift and the HTC Vive, I believe is what it's called. You will be able to do VR, so you will be able to actually sit in the cockpit with this VR style, but it's only available on the PC. So players like me, where I play on PlayStation 4 or the Xbox, you won't be able to have access to this quite yet. I still hold out hope. They haven't announced it yet. I still hold out hope that we're going to get cross streaming where you can play people. If you play on PlayStation 4 or 5, you'll be able to play with players from Xbox and PC. I'm praying that EA somehow works that in. Then we have the typical EA money grab. Just, it's their money grab. It's their version for Formula One of pack openings and being able to get people to spend extra money on the game. And they made such a big deal about this throughout their press release. And it talks about F1 life, and they talk about how you're going to be able to, customize your character. You're going to be able to get these supercars and all this other stuff, watches, clothes, whatever it is, you'll be able to get it through Pit Pass. Obviously, you have to buy Pit Pass to get access to it. I get that EA does this with a lot of their other games like FIFA and a lot of their other sports games. You see it in Fortnite, but that's what made Formula One so good, is you didn't have to, you bought the game, but you didn't have to spend a whole lot of extra money to get some of the extras that came with the game. And I know EA is trying to EA up the game and whatnot, but I don't necessarily know that this is going to be a big money maker for them. I mean, yeah, you're going to get some people that are, if you can get these greater liveries and, more, customizable stuff for your My Team or your career modes, okay, that's all well and good. I'm not going to spend the money when I go to buy the game. I'm not going to spend money on F1 Life. I'm just not. I think it's a poor attempt at a money grab by EA, and I could see this definitely hurting the F1 franchise when it comes to the video game, because people are going to be like, well, I want some of the cool stuff that you guys offered in the games before, but now I have to pay for it. I don't want to pay for that. So I'm interested to see how people are going to take that. So those were some of the big things that came out in the not necessarily the trailer, because the trailer sucked, I'm going to be honest, but that's some of the things that came out within the press release by F1 and EA. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I gotta be truly honest, this first trailer and the first release of the some of the information was very, very, very underwhelming. And if I'm totally being honest, the only reason I'd be buying the F1 game is to get, to be able to race the new 2022 cars. So I'm hoping over the next several weeks and months leading up to the game's release that we're going to start to get more information, more new, features within the game. A lot of the features that were introduced this last season are staying around. Obviously, My Team, career mode, co-op career is going to stay around. So that's great, but I want to see some new features in this game, EA, and so far you're very underwhelming in the video and the press release that you put out. So guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What kind of features would you guys like to see in the F1 EA game? Also, subscribe to this video if you guys are new for more Formula One content. Putting out Formula One content all the time. Obviously, they have the Imola GP this weekend. You can check out my race preview in the video section. So much more F1 content going to be coming out over the next few weeks, months. I'm taking more quizzes that I'm going to be putting out there for you guys, so check that out when they come out. But you got to subscribe to the channel. You got to turn that subscribe button from red to gray. You've got to do it. Also, guys, thank you so much for all the love. I'm almost at 100 subscribers. Get me there, please. I beg you. I'm so close. So, guys, for the American F1 fan, I'm Eric Ringel, and I'm signing off.